Hey there, Internet. So this is a video that I kind of hoped that I wouldn't have to make, but have honestly been kind of emotionally preparing for a couple weeks now. I've kind of just knowing where things are at my company and my full-time job and the way the world is at the moment, and the stuff that we're dealing with. Yeah, this isn't too surprising. And I guess just to get to the long and short of it, yesterday, I learned that I will no longer have full-time employment. I'm not going to be working at my company. That I'm not going to talk about the specifics of the company because we did leave on good terms, and I want to make sure everything's good on that front. So I won't mention specifics. But yeah, I have been let go from that full-time position. So that's kind of where I'm at currently at the moment. So first things first, I just want to let everyone know that I personally am emotionally doing okay right now. I'll talk a little bit more about that towards the end of the video about where I'm at personally, but I just wanted to kind of take a moment with this video to talk about what I'm planning to do with the channel going forward because of this, and what you can do to possibly help me if you want to, and then just kind of share my emotions and my thoughts, because this channel has all been about like sharing my emotions and my thoughts, and hopefully just maybe we can all find connection in that, because I know I'm definitely not the only person in this situation right now, especially in the United States, but around the world as well. So first things first, I'm going to talk about the thing that probably most of you are interested in. What does this mean for my channel going forward? Well, in all honesty, it's probably going to be nothing but good things for the channel and all of you, in the sense that now that I have a bunch more free time on my hands, I'm going to be investing a lot more into this channel because, as they say, there's that joke, I'm here to kick ass and chew bubblegum, and I'm all out of bubblegum. Well, I'm here to make content and apply for jobs, and it looks like the economy is all out of jobs. But seriously, yes, I basically, after I get, unemployment set up and all that fun paperwork stuff, which is going to be, that's going to be a wonderful, wonderful joy and headache. Did you know, by the way, that California unemployment claims, they only have their phone line open for 4 hours a day? So that's going to be fun for me. But realistically, the only thing I'm going to be doing after I file for unemployment is going to be just applying for jobs, and seeing what I get. And then other than that, basically just trying to make content, have fun, keep myself, have a firm ground under me. Like, this channel for as long as I've been doing it has really been my outlet. Like, even more so than my full-time job, this is the place where I put my passion, where I put a lot of my identity. This is the place that means the most to me in terms of being productive, in terms of making something that I feel is meaningful to me. And I don't want that to change going forward. In fact, I want that to increase. I mean, in all honesty, I've only ever wanted this channel to be the thing that has been my sole and main focus, and my full-time job is just something that I do to get to do this stuff for all of you. And, potentially, hopefully this would become a full-time gig either on YouTube or, I get hired to do something like at IGN or GameSpot or some of those cool places that are honestly dream jobs for me. But this stuff right here, making this content, is what's meaningful to me. And I'm honestly just going to, take this time to really invest in it and try to, make myself feel like, being productive through this. Like, I'm going to need to be productive because otherwise I'm just going to be sitting around doing nothing. And, I think this is the best outlet. And I'm very thankful that I do have this outlet at this time. So, first and foremost, I want to thank all of you for being here for me up until now and helping me grow this community and continuing to hopefully be there in part of this community and part of this channel going forward. And honestly, that just you coming and watching my videos and taking part in the conversation, all that stuff, it really means a lot to me to see what this channel has grown into in such a short time. Has been incredibly meaningful, and I really mean that from the absolute bottom of my heart. And so, jumping off of that a little bit, one of the things that has been so incredibly surprising and meaningful to me is the amount of support that I get over on my Patreon page. And right now, that support, I cannot tell you how meaningful that support is over on my Patreon page. And it really does mean a lot to me that if you like this content, if you like the things that I make, if you are financially stable in and of yourself, and I cannot stress that enough, please take care of yourself first, especially during this time. But if you are able and you like this content and you want to support me, especially right now, and support me possibly being able to do this full time, hopefully that's, maybe, this unfortunate incident will help lead to that sooner than I had ever thought possible, or, I didn't really think it would ever be possible, but it might be. But if you want to help make that a reality and really support me during this time, I cannot tell you how much it would mean to me if you could go over to my Patreon page and support me at any level, even if it's just like $1, $2, $5. That right now, more than ever, would mean the world to me. But the important thing for me, especially if I want to try and grow this channel and also feel like I'm giving back to this community, supporting me on Patreon is not me asking for charity or anything like that. It is very important to me that if you become a Patreon of mine, that I give back to you. And in that vein, I am aiming to try and grow my Patreon and what I give to my Patreons starting next month. And so what does that mean? Already there's stuff on Patreon. I already have a Discord server with some really amazing people in the Discord server. Also, you get your name in videos and things like that. And you also get like questions on live streams, like priority questions on live streams. You could also have like a monthly chat with me on Skype and things like that. So those are all available tiers on Patreon. I'm also want to, if you support me on Patreon, really give back to all of you. So I'm going to start doing some new things beginning next month in that you'll get early access to videos. I mean, the big problem with me having not been able to give early access to videos before this has been the way YouTube works is if I schedule out a video, I can't share it, which is weirdly annoying. So I have to like deliberately put it up at the right time if I want to share it early. Like I have to go in and like make sure it goes live at the specific time, which is hard to do when I have a full-time job because I can't always guarantee that I'll be able to get on the computer at that moment. But now that I can guarantee that I'll be free at that time, I'll be able to, upload the videos early, share them out to people on my Patreon so that you guys can view it there early and get like a little bit of a treat in that sense, and then make sure it goes live at the right time for everything else. Also, the other things I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be trying to do a monthly live stream specifically on Patreon just for my Patreon. So you'll be able to like have a much smaller crowd, much smaller group of people to hang out with. I'm going to try and do like watch-alongs with Star Trek Enterprise and Deep Space Nine to start, but we'll also like you'll get to chat with me. It'll be a lot more fun, a lot more intimate. So honestly, if you want to, have that chance with me, that would be a good place to do that over on Patreon. And then the other thing that I'm going to do, because, I just want to, again, I want to try and give back and try and do something fun and also like share stuff that I've made that's cool. For my Patrons, I'm going to be on my Patreon at the end of this month. I'm going to just randomly select one of you and give you a signed copy of my book because I figured that would just be kind of fun. It's one of the books that I wrote and I'm rather proud of it. So I'll be signing this and sending this to anybody who signs up on my Patreon by the end of the month. That would be incredibly meaningful, hopefully be cool for someone who signs up there. So that's some stuff that I'm aiming to try and grow on my Patreon. Number one, to help me get support during this financial time, but also make sure that if you are supporting me, that I am able to give back to you and give you something worth your money and worth your time. That's something that really means a lot to me, that if you are supporting me, that I'm making it worth your while. That's something that is very, very important to me as someone who makes content. But also, I totally understand if people can't support me monetarily. I certainly understand that, especially, during the current state of the world. So by no means feel pressured, but it does really, really mean a lot to me and helps me out. And if you do want to help me and can't support me monetarily, honestly, the best way to do that is just to watch my videos when you can, when they come up. Hit like, hit the thumbs up button, comment, just silly stuff like that. Even if it's just like commenting like, hey, I want to help you out in the algorithm. This video was cool. And then just hitting send, and then like not even watching the video and leaving. Like, honestly, that stuff does boost me in the algorithm, gets more people to see the video, and then, helps me even with ads and things like that to help me monetize the videos a little bit more. So every little bit counts. So even if you can't support me on Patreon, just literally jumping into a video when you see one go up, hitting the up button and commenting. And if you can watch it all the way through, that honestly, that does actually legitimately help me monetarily in the long run as well. And just, also makes me feel useful. So all of that is insanely appreciated. All that being said, also, like I said, I'm going to be trying to do even more stuff on this channel. I have some really cool ideas going on in the future. I'm going to try and do even more live streams just for my own sanity. And also, like, I love just doing live streams because it's a lot of fun. And I love connecting with all of you. I'm going to try and do, like, more video game live streams. I'm going to try and do some, like, actual game live streams that we can do stuff together, like doing things like Quiplash, which is a Jackbox Party Pack game. I want to try and set that up for a live stream so we can all play games together, just hang out, have some fun. Like, I really want to take this time to really connect with you as a community. So all that stuff I'm going to be trying to increase over the next few weeks. This next week, I'm going to just be taking it a little bit easy just for my own, like, mental stability, make sure I check in with myself, make sure I'm not pushing myself too hard, and then also, like, try and get all the paperwork and annoying unemployment claims stuff hopefully out of the way. We'll see if I can get through on unemployment claims, but at least get the paperwork and all that fun stuff set. So this next week will be a little bit slower just until the end of the month. There'll still be a Friday video, and I may do another video here and there if I have the time or I feel emotionally ready for it. But after that, starting next month, beginning of next month, I'm just going to go full bore, focus on this, and either be doing this, relaxing, or applying for jobs. Those are going to be my three main focuses going forward, and I hope that what that means in the long run is it allows me a greater chance to make content that I'm proud of and able to connect with you. And I kind of want to wrap out kind of on that note with talking about, like, where I am emotionally with all of this, because I think that that's sort of important to talk about. As I know so many of you out there must be feeling too, I know many of you have also probably lost your jobs. This has been a hard time for all of us, like, even beyond just job stuff, like the economy going crazy, people being afraid of getting COVID-19. Maybe you have loved ones or things like that who are getting COVID-19. I certainly understand that these, as they say in every single commercial you watch now, these are unprecedented times. So what I'm trying to be during this time is, and who I am as a person is, I'm someone who always tries to look on the positive side, to try and find the hope in all of this. And I've done some videos lately about politics and, like, ranting and kind of being more like, this is stuff that upsets me or makes me angry. And I'm still planning on doing more political videos. I actually have some cool ideas, kind of like my Ferengi one. I'm planning on doing a Vulcan type one of those, which should be kind of fun and hilarious. So, but I always want to aim, if I do those videos, to always have a positive message at the end, as well as trying to make it funny and enjoyable, and at least have the veneer of being upbeat. And then the other stuff that I do relating to Star Trek, always trying to be, like, again, looking towards the future with hope, just like Star Trek always tries to do, like showing us a brighter future, whether it's showing us how to get out of the darkness to the brighter future, like current Trek, or like old Trek, where it was very much trying to just show, like, the future is bright for all of us. Because I really do believe that, even through all of this, and I believe that we can get through this together. And so, yeah, am I scared right now? Yeah, I'm honestly and truthfully kind of terrified right now for so many reasons, but predominantly right now just the full-time financial situation for obvious reasons. But I also know that at the end of the day, I'm still here, and I'm going to try and do my best to focus on that, to focus on being here, to being myself, and to keep looking at the future with a positive light. Sure, this is a down point, and it's a low point, but there's only so much I can do about that, and the one thing that I can do is try to look positively at the future, if not necessarily at the situation that I'm in. And I hope deep down in my soul that I'm able to share a little bit of that feeling and that ethos with all of you in this time. Like I've said a billion times in this video, having a community and a platform that I've been able to build because of all of you really does mean a lot to me during this time. So yeah, I think that's where I'll end it. I think that's a good stopping spot. And like I said, helping me on Patreon means a lot, but first and foremost, make sure you're taking care of yourself. So please, only give if you're able, only give if you want to. And I hope that I'll be able to, give you a product and give you content that is meaningful to you in return, regardless of if you help me on Patreon. If only you're only here just to watch the videos and go away, like that is just as meaningful to me. So I thank you. And I thank you to sticking through to the end of this video. So I hope, as always, that all of you are staying safe, are staying sane, are staying as positive as you can be, and I will try and do my best to help in all of those regards, what little I possibly can do as a random YouTuber on the internet, but I'll do my best to give that what I can to all of you. And I hope that you, as always, in the true spirit of Star Trek, live long and prosper. And special thanks to my commander level and above Patreons, especially right now: Eli Bergmas, Stefan Schuhart, Boyd and Mary Beth Earl, Wellington Marcus, Lal Lindley, Marika Kuyechin, Munir Amlani, and Mystic the Monakit.